Researching how to build credit? Dwayne here with How to Build Credit TV, and in this video, I'm going to give you 4 things you should consider when learning how to build credit. As a matter of fact, these are the exact same steps that I use to get my credit score from 518 to what it is currently. Be sure to watch the entire video because I'll log into my account and actually show you part of my credit history as well as what my current credit score is. But before we get started, I have a quick Once again, my name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV. This channel offers 100% free information about how to build credit, how to get cash back, actual cash money from using credit cards, as well as credit card reviews. So if this is your first time watching our videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. All right, so let's get started. So you're interested in how to build credit. Whether you're just starting out or rebuilding your credit, a healthy credit score is something we all need in order to get a loan, a car, be able to buy a house, and even start a business. Unfortunately, I ruined my credit a couple of times, but I'm smarter this time, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to take you guys along with me for the rest of my journey on how to build credit. So if your credit is messed up right now, that's okay. There's hope, because along with this information and some patience, you'll be able to build or rebuild your credit. So here are 4 things you should consider when learning how to build credit. Number 1, why do we need credit? Well, we need credit to have access to things that we can't pay for right off the bat, or that we may not have money laying around in the bank to pay for, such as a car, such as a home, such as financing whatever you need to finance. You see, most of us in our lives will need access to at least one, or if not all of these items. A cell phone, cable, internet, a car, a home loan, or even to start a business, a credit card. So there are a lot of reasons why we actually need credit. In addition to needing credit to attain some of those things, having a good credit score can make your life easier, or at least save you some money in the long run. You see, the higher your score, the lower the risk, or at least that's the way the banks see it. So the higher your credit score, the lower the risk as far as they're concerned when it comes to actually lending you money. The same is true for credit cards. The higher your score, the more likely that they believe that you are to pay your bills on time and to manage your accounts. That brings us to the second thing you need to consider when learning how to build credit. Number 2, credit score. What is your credit score? More importantly, how is it comprised? If you don't have a credit score, I'll talk more about that later. We live in a time where information is right at your fingertips. So it is imperative that you get your hands on your credit score as well as your credit report. You can actually find a bunch of different places online to get access to these things for free. One of the websites that I like to use is annualcreditreport.com. Be sure not to pay for these services. You should be able to access these things for absolutely free. And if you have a credit card at the moment, you can also get your credit score from just about all the major credit cards like Chase, Citibank, Discover, Capital One. A couple more places that I like to go to attain my credit score is Credit Karma and NerdWallet. And you can find that online, and once again, the service is free. Now, of course, when you sign up, they're going to try to upsell you on getting credit cards and tell you different things that you qualify for. Just be focused. You went on the site for a specific reason, and that's not to apply for more credit cards, because in the end, applying for too many credit cards could hurt your credit score. Having too many inquiries could hurt your credit score. So just be mindful of that and not fall for that trap. Stay focused. You went to the site to get your free credit score. I'm sure you've heard the old adage that knowledge is power. And in this situation, there is no difference. Get your hands on your credit score, get your hands on your credit report, and look for any inaccurate information that may be on there. Because if you dispute that and it's taken off of your credit report, your credit score may actually go up. So be sure to look at the information and make sure that everything is accurate. A good website to be familiar with is creditfinance.gov. As a matter of fact, I'm going to jump over on my computer and show you how to navigate so that you can access areas and information about credit report. All right, so this is the website, consumerfinance.gov. On the left where it says consumer tools, you just go over there and you'll see here on the left where the mouse is, It says credit reports and scores, and click on that and that'll pull that up for you. Wow, my computer is going slowly. Wonderful. Man, this Mac I've had since 2009. It's a MacBook Pro. It's not very pro at the moment. But anyway, so it pulls it up here. But there's a lot of information here, guys. Be sure to take your time and go through and just do all of your research. I mean, knowledge is absolutely power. So definitely do your research, okay? I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, welcome back. I'm going to talk about this briefly here, but I'll make videos that are more detailed. So there are 5 categories that make up our credit score, and this is going to be in the order of the most weight to the least weight. So number 1, which holds the most weight, is payment history. Payment history is 35% of our credit score. It is imperative to make on-time payments. Missing one payment could hurt your credit score. In most cases, it will lower your score for a while. Number 2, credit utilization, also known on other scoring models as amount owed. This category makes up 30% of your score. If you want to maximize this category, use between 0% and 10% of your credit card limits. If your credit limit is $1,000, make sure that your balance is $100 or less when your credit card statement closes. What I do personally is I use my credit card for all my transactions because I'm earning cash back or points that I can redeem however I'd like. I'll talk more about credit card rewards in another video. I also make payments to my credit card once a week, sometimes twice a week. I never carry a balance on my credit cards because I don't want to pay any interest. Number 3, the third category is credit history or length of credit history. Credit history makes up 15% of our credit score. An easy example of credit history is how long have you had a credit card? It's super important to keep your credit cards open and never close them. That's why you should choose credit cards wisely. Certainly try not to get credit cards that have annual fees, unless the perks outweigh the annual fee. The fourth category that makes up your credit score is new credit. This category is 10% of your credit score. New credit refers to how many new accounts or hard pulls have taken place within the past 2 years. An example of a hard pull is when your credit is checked to get a car, a new credit card, a new loan, and sometimes a credit limit increase on your current credit card. The fifth and last category that makes up our credit score is types of credit. For example, a major credit card, a department store card, a car loan, a house loan, and even a business loan. This last category is also 10% of your credit score. All right, so now before we jump into the third thing that you should consider when learning how to build credit, don't forget to stick around because I'm going to log into my account and show you guys a part of my credit history as well as my current credit score. So the third thing that you need to consider when learning how to build credit is, what do I do if I have no credit? If you have no credit, you have a couple of options. Depending on how fast you would like to have credit, you could get a secured card, more on that in a bit, or you could try starting a relationship with a bank. If you have big banks that are close to you, banks like Chase, maybe open an account with them and keep the account in good standing for a couple of months, probably between 6 to 8 months. And then at that time, you could try applying for a credit card. If you apply for a credit card and you're rejected, this is where the secured cards come into play. And these secured cards, a lot of people may not know about this, but having a secured card is very powerful. In a way, it's like you can't be rejected for the credit card. The only way you're not going to be approved for the credit card is if you've had some kind of bankruptcy. But if you did not have or don't have bankruptcy, more than likely you'll be able to get a secured credit card. What is a secured credit card? A secured credit card is when you apply for a credit card with a bank, but you have to actually put collateral up front. In most cases, the minimum deposit is $200 and it goes all the way up to $10,000 in some cases, but the common ones would be between $200 and $2,500. So let's say I wanted to get a credit card, but I wasn't able to get an unsecured credit card. I applied for a card and I was rejected or denied, whatever, my credit wasn't good enough. So I apply with Bank X, and this bank allows me to have a secured card with them, but I have to put a deposit up front. So I would give them $1,000 and my credit limit would be $1,000. There's a bunch of secured cards online that you can apply for, and I'll make a video talking about the ones that I like and even the ones that I've actually incorporated in my own history or my own journey to rebuild my credit. So be sure to stick around for that and watch those videos as well. So before I get to the fourth and last thing you should consider when learning how to build credit, I want to go ahead and log into my Capital One account and show you part of my credit history as well as my current credit score. Now, this is something that I've been working on for quite a while. In regards to credit and credit score, some things just take time. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account here. I'm going to pull up a recording on my screen here so you guys can see. Okay, here we go. So this is my screen here. I'm going to go ahead and touch my finance tab or folder, and I'm going to click on Capital One, and you guys will be able to see this. I'll actually put this on the screen so you can see. I'm going to log into my account. I'm going to touch it there and get my fingerprint. All right, so we're logging into my account, and I'm going to click on CreditWise because that's what Capital One has, and it's a free service. So I'll click on it, and we'll show you what the current credit score is as of last Thursday, I think it is. It updates every 7 days. So, okay, so there you go. The next update's in a couple of days. Today's Tuesday. So anyway, I'll click on my credit history. Actually, one thing right there, the first thing that you see, it says what impacts your credit, and it says on-time payments. On-time payments, this is payment history. This is 35% of your score. So if you want a good credit score, you have to maximize every single category. You have to try to get as much as close to 100% that you can out of that 35% that makes up your credit score. I'll talk more about that in other videos. So I'll go ahead and show you my credit history here. Okay, here we go. All right, so as you can see, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna touch the bottom where these three dots are. I'm gonna go back to 2017. I'll start in July. So I just touched July there. You can see my credit score was below average. It was 619. I was still kind of trying to figure this out, which is interesting because I just kind of learned some of this stuff by watching YouTube videos, ironically, and here I am making YouTube videos. So if you guys stick around and watch these videos, all the things that I talk about are from my personal experience, and they've worked for me, and it really should work for you. In most cases, they do, and I'll even go so far to say that it will work for you. So be patient. Make sure you check out our videos, all right? Subscribe, by the way. All right, so as you can see, in June, I'm sorry, that was June. June was 619. July was 630. August, 649. So you see it's going up, or at least a little bit. And then in September, it was 673. In October, 673. November, 673. December, 675. And that brings us to 2018. January, 662. I'm not sure. I don't remember the details as to why it went down, but I will tell you this. Credit utilization is huge. There's a lot of wrong information out there about your credit utilization. A lot of people say, as long as you're around 30%, you know, 30% is good. No. You need to be between 0 and 10%. That is how you maximize that category of your credit score. The credit utilization is worth 30 points. 30%, sorry, 30 points, too much cash back. 30% of your credit score. So it's imperative that you're aware of how much credit you're using. If I have a $10,000 credit limit, I should not have a balance higher than $1,000 on that card because I'm trying to keep my credit utilization under 10%. And when I do that, I'm going to max out that category. I'm going to get 30% of my credit score because that's what credit utilization makes up 30% of your credit score. Anyway, sorry about that. So as you can see here on the phone, February, my credit score is 678. And then in March, it jumped up a lot of points to 703, which brought me in the good category. Anyway, so that's enough. I'll log out here. When it comes to how to build credit, there really is not a quick fix. If somebody's telling you, hey, we can fix your credit real quickly, so on and so forth, I mean, there's only a couple of things that they could possibly do. If there's discrepancies on your credit report, clearly challenging that and disputing that and getting that removed will help your credit score. There are a couple other things that you could do to improve your credit score pretty drastically, but for the most part, some parts of your credit score is just going to take time. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, let me know what your lowest credit score has been. Well, if you feel like sharing. And remember, knowledge is power. So do your research. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.